Welcome back to the kitchen. It's great to have you along here on the Fathering channel. Hope you're having a great week. I hope you're enjoying getting into the kitchen and cooking. Anyway, dads, time to apron up. Time to have a go at a very simple fish and chips. Well, dads, pretty simple one. A bit of fish and chips for dinner tonight. This is a pretty quick one to do, and it's just some simple fish and chips. But I'm not deep frying it. I'm going to cook it in the oven. So that just cuts down that oil content. Sometimes after I've eaten fish and chips, it tastes amazing, but just you get that oily. Ugh. So this one's a little bit healthier. So we're going to have fish chips and also just a pre-packed salad. Can't go wrong, really. Even just frozen chips. Right, so these are just some simple stuff. Now, I went and saw the local fish guy and I said, I'm doing fish and chips. I want to do some crumb fish. Can you help me out? Something firm, a white fish that's firm. And he gave me these beautiful little strips here. And so instead of cutting them into the fingers, I'm just going to use that as a whole bit. So it's probably more not fish fingers, it's a fillet, crumbed. But let's get into it and see how we go. Right, Dad, so to start off with, your two options. As I said, I'm cooking this in the oven, so I'm not going to get that golden brown. Because if you deep fry them, the crumbing goes up nice and golden brown. So there's a little hack to do that if you've got the time. Throw it on here, and we're actually just going to brown it in the oven. And this only takes a few minutes. So we're just going to spray a bit of oil. Stick that into a stonking hot oven. Only for a few minutes, but you got to keep an eye on it because it'll sit there, and then between going brown and burnt, really quick. So keep an eye on it. Anyway, that's our first part. Then our second part. Now, usually when we do a crumbing, we have the flour, the egg, the crumbing. We're going to throw it all together. I'm going to throw 2 eggs in. So I'm going to do 2 recipes here. So I'm going to do one with mayo. So we have 2 eggs, some mayo. But I'm also going to do one with some. I'm going to do one with some mustard. So if your kids like mustard, great. I'm just using some Dijon mustard, so it's not too hot. So a little bit of mayo in there. And just a little bit of flour. Right, Dad, so I've got just a mayonnaise mix and I've got a mustard mix. So kids, adults, your kids like mustard, beautiful. Sometimes if you don't tell them what's in there, they eat it and they go, oh, how good's that? Then you tell them there's mustard and they go, ooh, you've already eaten it, bad luck. So, Dads, get in there, have a crack. So we'll just wait for the breadcrumbs to come through now. Righty, Dads. That's come together just nicely. Now, it's a mixed colours, but that doesn't greatly matter because we're going to put it back in the oven anyway. And what I did find while that was in the oven, I remembered I had some cornflake crumbs as well. So that just gives us 2 different textures. So I'm going to mix them together. So our fish bits, pretty simple. Let's coat them. There we have it. Nice crumbed piece of fish. Before we stick it in the oven, we'll spray it with a bit of oil. We'll stick it in the oven, cook it for about 15 minutes, and should be all ready to eat. So then it comes down to timing, doesn't it? Rightio, that's done. Now, as I said, I've done some mayonnaise ones and I've done some mustard ones. Before I put them in the oven, I'm going to give them a spray of oil. And so we can cook them for about 15 minutes. So about 7 minutes, I'm going to turn them over. I'm going to spray them again. And they'll get both sides back up to being nice and golden brown. And so before we put the fish in the oven though, we've got to remember, if we're doing home oven chips, they take about 30 minutes. So we're going to need to put them in 30 minutes beforehand. So I'll get them in the oven. I'm going to let this fish sit for a while. Now let the crumbing just really absorb in and get really, really crunchy. And we'll go from there. Talk to you soon. Rightio, Dad's just knocked together the pre-mixed salad. Nice and easy. Everything's starting to get cooking. But fish and chips, the tartare sauce. Well, I actually, yeah, it's pretty easy to make tartare sauce, but I've got just a slightly different variety. This is just a mayonnaise and dill. So, when you go to the fast food shops and you get a fish burger and it's got that the sauce on there, white sauce, well, this is going to taste pretty much similar. So, just plain mayo, a little bit of dill. Dill is a really strong flavour, so you don't need much. So, knock it together. Yum. Nice easy sauce. Alrighty, Dad's some beautiful fish. Nice and crispy, nice and crunchy. Not deep fried, so it's that little bit healthier for you. So we've got some mayonnaise mixed one and some nice easy Dijon mustard. Anyway, Dads, fish and chips. Hang on, better get the chips out. Fish and chips doesn't get much easier than that. Anyway, Dads, it's over to you now. Take some photos. Put them up on social media. Hashtag the Fathering Channel. Hashtag Cooking with Cameron. Love to see how you do your fish and chips. Anyway, Dads, till next time, keep being great dads.